News dropped yesterday that actor Asher Angel has been cast to play Billy Batson in the upcoming Shazam movie that DC and Warner Brothers are releasing in April 2019. Asher Angel, I think, is most famous for being on the Disney Channel series, Andy Mack, I think the name it is. And to me, he looks like a little boy, but I looked online, I think he's about like 15. If the information that I was reading was accurate, that's how old he is, but he looks like he's a lot younger than that. That's probably why they gave him this role, but I don't know. My eyes could be blind or not working right, or I could have like gone on a bad website, but it said that's how old he is. Maybe I'm getting old, but whatever. This comes, basically right after the announcement, I think last week or late last week, that Zachary Levi of Chuck fame was going to play Shazam, the adult version of the hero. And just to give a quick recap, Shazam is basically a superhero who's a little boy who says the magic word Shazam, and then he's struck by a lightning bolt, a magic lightning bolt that transforms him into an adult superhero, Shazam. And so Asher Angel will be playing the little boy, Billy Batson, and Zachary Levi will be playing the grown man superhero, Shazam. Now, the villain for the movie is, there have been reports that actor Mark Strong is in talks to play Dr. Sivana, one of Shazam's most prominent villains. His most prominent villain is Black Adam, who's going to be played by Dwayne Johnson, but apparently Warner Brothers wants to give Dwayne Johnson and Black Adam his own movie first before he shows up in a Shazam movie. So he's probably not going to be the villain in this movie. That's why Dr. Sivana is going to be the villain. I think this is all very good casting news. Mark Strong is a very strong actor. No pun intended. I think it would have been great to see how he would have been as Sinestro in, the Green Lantern universe when DC tried to start their movie universe with those movies, the one with Ryan Reynolds. But, Green Lantern failed spectacularly. And so DC is basically they rebooted their universe with Man of Steel in 2013. And so we never got to see Mark Strong Sinestro do more. But now we get to see him as Dr. Sivana. Dr. Sivana is basically like this, in the comics, he's like this scientist, an old man scientist, who's usually, I think, pretty short. But they're, I think, not going to go that route because Mark Strong is like, a tall man, or at least taller than being short. Unless they use CGI to shrink him down. But anyways, the fact that they're casting, a little boy, as they have to for Shazam, and that DC in general with their movies right now are going for a more balanced, nuanced tone, not being too dark all the time and being open to a lighter, more, upbeat, I guess, tone thematically. I think that Shazam is their best bet for making it a really big family movie. They have a Disney Channel star who's going to be playing, they're one of their main characters. He's going to be bringing in, that little kid audience. And I just think that Shazam has family friendly written all over it. I mean, Billy Batson is an orphan who lives in an orphanage with these other little kids, and they all wind up getting powers too eventually. And if we have like about 5 little kids or more little kids, all with superpowers and their little lightning bolts and stuff that strike them and make them superheroes, that's just like a gold mine to have, mothers and fathers and all their kids in those theaters, repeat viewings. I think that Shazam, who used to be known as Captain Marvel, by the way, but Shazam, this is an opportunity to make that character just a bigger character in pop culture than I think he's ever been before. He's never been in a live action movie in a major universe. And there's a lot of people, I'll bet you these days, who don't even know who that character is. Even though Captain Marvel, he had his old TV show, like I think in the 70s, he had the old Fawcett Publications comics. Captain Marvel hasn't really been promoted that much in a large medium for a long time. Of course, he's been in the DC animated, movies and things like that, and Justice League Unlimited cartoon. But still, though, and the Injustice video game series. But even still, though, I think once he winds up in a major mainstream movie that's marketed to a general audience, the character is going to have a pop culture renaissance, the likes of which I don't think he's ever had before. And that will all be to DC's benefit. Now, I know some people have complained. There are people who like the DC movies as they were, quote unquote, dark, I guess, with Suicide Squad and BVS, and Man of Steel, which was, I guess, I didn't think of Man of Steel as dark, but more as brooding. But they, are unhappy with, I guess, DC's apparent shift, I guess, to more hopeful tones necessarily. But I think DC's basically just going to use a better tone when they feel like it fits a particular movie. right? I don't think that this is the end of DC doing dark movies or whatever, more serious movies. I think this is the end of them making all of their like DC movies serious. And with Shazam, I don't think that should be a serious movie. I think not that they can't handle serious themes, but it shouldn't be like dark and depressing. It should be for like a little kid to see. Now, you can definitely talk about sophisticated topics in a movie that's for families, definitely. And I hope that DC aims to walk that line of having it be sophisticated, yet, something you could bring, like an 8-year-old to see, right? I hope they do that. And I think they can. And I think that Shazam gives them an opportunity to reel in that family audience better than like any other movie that I think they've got on the horizon. I know a lot of parents probably took their little girls and little boys to see Wonder Woman. But I think with Shazam, if it actually stars a little kid and other little kids are in the movie, that's just going to bring in more kids to the theaters. And I hope that, director David Sandberg and, Kevin Sujihara, who basically is in charge of Warner Brothers and DC, and Jeff Johns and all those people, they understand that and they definitely, write and direct that movie to those strengths and qualities. And I think this is good. I mean, I was down with Shazam when I heard about it, and I was pretty sure I would like, whatever actors they picked. I have a bit more faith, I guess, in movie studios than a lot of other people do these days to make, good decisions for their properties. And I think Zachary Levi and Asher Angel are very good picks. And they're going to work together to make this movie completely fabulous. If, the director, writers, and studio want to make it fabulous. And I think they do. That's my quick Shazam movie update. Comes out April 2019. I can't wait. Hopefully you can't either. Please tune into this channel to watch me make more videos about DC movies and TV shows and a bunch of awesome DC stuff. Thank you for watching and talk to you soon. Bye.